And I waited, and I waited, and I waited.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. I am so glad you could be here and take some of your precious time out of your schedule to spend with me. And hopefully today's episode will be a good one. Before we get going, though, two items of business. One, I just want to give another reminder. We have some new merch in the store. Some official Idle Hands merch is always good. And it is The Dave Show. There's a full color logo you can get on mugs, and then there's just a white logo, The Dave Show, and you can get that on anything that's available in the store. And so I think it's pretty cool. So if you can pick something up for you or for a loved one, they make great gifts, and it also helps support the show and helps me continue to bring this content to you. All right. The second thing is that we have a sponsor for today, and that is at Damone Hogan 5064. And Damone, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, she has donated, sponsored a few shows now, and I do really appreciate her support for the channel, for her showing up and commenting, and for her generosity. So thank you, Damone. Appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. All right. Well, hey, let's get to it. We're just going to jump right in. We've got a little bit of news and nuts before we get to the lib zone. So I hope you enjoy. All right. Let's do it. It's time for news and nuts. News and nuts. It's news and nuts. Pam Bondi is here, and she is not messing around. She is throwing down the gauntlet and pretty much telling everybody, if you mess with Tesla dealerships, you're going to be in big, big trouble. And no matter where you go, she will find you. Check it out.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
We've got some good news. We've got another batch of disgusting hombres leaving our country and going back to South America. And it's the latest installation into that mega prison down in Venezuela. No, not Venezuela, El Salvador. It's the mega prison. It's good news, and I'm glad they're out of our country. So check it out. And for all of those bleeding liberals out there that are terrified that someone is going to be swept up in these raids that are not supposed to and sent down to one of these, well, I guess there's only one, the mega prison down there in South America, we've got some reassurances, and it is from Bukele. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure. But last night, in a joint military operation with our allies from the United States, we transferred 17 extremely dangerous criminals linked to the Tren de Aragua. I believe I'm saying that right. And MS-13. All individuals are confirmed murderers and high-profile offenders, including 6 child rapists. This operation is another step in the fight against terrorism and organized crime. And remember, folks, the Biden administration let these animals run free with no consequences to their evil deeds. In the next clip, we've got Stephen Miller laying down some facts about the tariffs and the prosperity that the United States is now and will be enjoying very soon because of the steps that President Trump has taken to secure the manufacturing and really the lifeblood of our country. He's bringing it back, and so let's take a look.
This is the great healing and rejuvenation of the American economy after half a century of rampant offshoring, outsourcing, and deindustrialization. Sean, there was once a time in which Motor City in Michigan, Detroit automakers powered the entire globe. There was once a time when you could drive through Pennsylvania and all you would see were humming steel mills, humming coal plants, manufacturing facilities, again, that were supplying the entire world, supplying Americans and all of planet Earth. Ohio was again a bedrock of American industry in manufacturing. Foreign countries, countries like China, Canada, Mexico, Cambodia, Vietnam, and the European Union took advantage of our country and our leaders, and they used both high tariffs, illegal subsidies, product dumping, currency manipulation, intellectual property theft, and other unfair trade practices and predatory trade practices to crush American industry. President Trump is resetting the entire global market by saying, number one, you can't steal our jobs. Number two, if you want to get preferential treatment, you have to put your factory inside the United States. Your auto plant, your manufacturing facility, your AI plant, your chip plant, whatever it is, you want to sell it to Americans on a preferential basis, then you have to make it here. And if you do, you'll get low taxes, low regulations, and cheap energy. But if you sell it to us from overseas, then yes, you will pay a tariff.
All right, so this next clip I'm going to show you, it is, I can't believe that it's not illegal what this guy did. It has to be against some kind of violations of the social media norms. I don't know, but it's pretty gross, and I can't believe that he said it, first of all, that he'd have the balls to do it. Secondly, I would imagine that somebody from the FBI or the DOJ or somebody with some letters in their name are going to pay this guy a visit and see what the heck is going on with him. All right, let's take a look at this lunatic that apparently is a real estate agent in Michigan. Jeez, these people. Oh, boy. Okay, take a look.
Shoot at ICE agents on site. That's right. If ICE agents are trying to take you or a loved one, shoot them on site. The way they're pulling up, with masks on, with unmarked vehicles, no badge, no nothing, it could be anybody. It can be gang members. You have every right to shoot at them.
Representative Brian Harrison in Texas was pleading, apparently on deaf ears, because this clip is actually just a little bit old, but he's talking about this budget that was presented and that was supposed to be voted on with less than 24 hours to read it. And this thing is thick. It's probably well over 1,000 pages, I would imagine, just from looking at it. And it is riddled with DEI funding and transgender funding and child mutilation for transition funding and all the garbage that has been, that the woke has been, just fighting for, and that the people with sanity have been fighting against. And, anyways, apparently Texas did pass this bill, and I don't know what's happening with Texas, but right now it appears it is a hot mess. Take a look.
Howdy, Texans. This is Brian Harrison here, and this is your budget. This 1,015 pages, about $380 billion, this liberal train wreck was dropped in my inbox 18 hours ago. 18 hours ago. Nobody in the Texas House has read this budget, but I can confirm, I just was told, we are going to be expected and demanded to vote on this in just a couple hours. This is an outrage. Let me tell you what we do know about the budget, even though we haven't had a chance to read all of it yet. We're tearing through it. This is the most liberal, bloated budget in the history of the state of Texas. It funds DEI to such a level that it might make Texas the biggest funder of DEI in America. It funds transgender ideology in our public schools, our universities. It explodes the size of the bureaucracy, the administrative state, the bureaucrats in the state of Texas. While President Trump is downsizing the federal government, okay, Texas, we're about to grow it. Let me tell you what this budget does not do, because that's maybe more important. This budget does not put our state on a path to eliminate property taxes. Hell, I'm not even sure there's any real property tax relief whatsoever in this budget, and that's despite the fact we're sitting on $24 billion, a surplus, they call it, of your money. This is an outrage. This was written in secret. This was written lawlessly by Democrat chairmen who silenced Republicans in violation of the House rules. This is corruption. Ladies and gentlemen, the state of Texas, the Texas House is corrupt. You deserve better. I'm going to be fighting against this budget for freedom and for liberty in the state of Texas. But wanted to give you an update. I wish it was a better one, but I'll keep you posted. God bless you. God bless Texas.
How do the Democrats get to write the budget? I thought Republicans controlled the Texas House. I was under that impression too, so I'm not sure how they maneuvered this monstrosity of a bill to get through. Okay, so Texas, what are you even doing? I don't know. Texas is supposed to be red, right? This makes no sense. A pathetic day for Texas. Yeah, because they apparently passed the bill. Texas GOP is embarrassing. Yes, tactical dandelions, I totally agree with you. At this point, I don't know why something like this would even. It should have been laughed off the floor, but I don't know. American history is riddled with good things and, of course, bad things. I mean, we're not a perfect nation, and a lot of horrible things have happened to the people living in this nation, and slavery and, Jim Crow and all that stuff. That was I don't want to say a black mark. Somebody might say I'm being racist, but, it was not a good thing for us to go through. But hey, look, we pulled out of it. We fought to get rid of it. We bled and died to get rid of it. But when President Trump is trying to kind of correct some of the rewritings that are happening from the left on American history, of course, people got to complain. But I don't know. Take a look. See what you think of what this guy has to say.
On March 27, 2025, Donald Trump has issued an executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, criticizing the Smithsonian Institution and including the National Museum of African American History and Culture for promoting what he described as divisive race-centered ideology. You black people who support him have to wake up. You have to wake up. It's clear that he does not support you or African American history. He does not respect you or African American history. I don't care what the man has done for Black History Month. I don't care what he said about Black History Month. All of that is just a trick to lure you into supporting him. But signing an executive order like this speaks louder than his words. He doesn't threaten Confederate history, the Confederacy that fought to keep us in slavery. And he also praises Confederate generals like Robert E. Lee, calling him a great general, and stood strong against the Democrats when they started tearing his statues down. Robert E. Lee owned slaves and fought to keep them, and Donald Trump wants to keep his history, but wants to erase ours. So, black people who support him, are you going to continue to tap dance for Donald Trump or what?
If we know our history and teach it backed by the thousands of books written by Black Americans about it, not Trump or anyone else can wash it away. Do you think Jews depend on blacks to teach their history? No. They teach it themselves to their children. We should, oh, that's just to say be. We should be doing that. Yes, I totally agree. Have some proactivity in teaching, the truth about your history, right? I agree with that. Black history is American history. There is no separation. They are completely intertwined. I totally agree with that. Cry more. England, I don't know what you guys are doing to yourself. You're getting all these self-inflicting wounds to your culture. You seem to be on a downward spiral into just destroying everything that England has been and stood for since the creation of the country. So now, in the open, apparently, England now has a two-tier system. And if you're white, and if you're male, and you commit a crime, you're effed. Take a look.
As of tomorrow, April 1st, the Sentencing Council in the UK will give white males a harsher sentencing than women or minorities, making the UK a two-tiered system, which literally means that if you're a white male, you will have different sentencing rules, harsher sentencing rules than everyone else, just simply for being a white male. You would think that I'm being dramatic. I'm not. This is very, very real. There's a lot of pushback to it. This is what the Labour Party wants. This is death by DEI. What an absolute mess. Catering to these far left ideologies don't work because it's insanity. All of it is insanity and blatant racism. The UK has got to get rid of the Labour Party. And I know there's going to be some crazy leftists in my comments saying that's not what's happening. So let's literally pull up the sentencing guidelines from the Sentencing Council themselves. Specifically, we want to go to 3, which says when considering a community or custodial sentence, a court must request and consider a pre-sentence report. This is important because pre-sentencing reports are necessary in all cases that would benefit from an assessment of one or more of the following. If they belong to the following groups of people: a young adult, a female, or an ethnic minority, cultural minority, and or faith minority community, or disclosed that they are transgender, or an addict, or a victim of any of these things. So everyone except normal, healthy, white males. If you don't fall on that list, too bad. You're going to receive a harsher sentence. This is the Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Starmer wants. Pandering to crazy people is going to result in the loss of your country. It's a shame.
Does that make any sense to anybody? That's discrimination, folks. This is Marxism. Clearly, they're trying to do this crap in America, too, with DEI. Yeah. Yep. England is a failed state. Man, it's just between this and the lockdown of like seemingly the freedom of speech. It's becoming a horrible place to live. I'm sorry. Save the West. Resist like it's 1776 or live like it's 1984. Oh, man, I love that. That's awesome. That is a great, yeah, that's perfect. Brendan Carr, who is the FCC chairman, is investigating Disney and, shockingly, ABC over their DEI policies. And I think I hope something happens. DEI needs to die. Okay, it needs to go. It is horrible. It's racist. It's everything that's wrong with identity politics. So anyways, I hope something good comes of it. Take a look.
President Trump's been clear. We are turning the page on DEI. The first week I was chairman of the FCC, I said we are ending our own promotion of DEI at the FCC. People will be shocked if they learned the millions of dollars that the FCC alone was spending to promote DEI. We had it listed as our second highest strategic priority. I mean, think about everything the FCC can and should be doing. National security issues, bridging the digital divide, space economy. And we had promoting DEI as our number 2 strategic priority. Now we're going to focus on our core mission.
When are we going to have prosecutions over DEI policies? It's illegal to discriminate on the basis of race and sex. Duh. I want to see some accountability, and I think everybody does. I think the stuff just needs to be cut out like the cancer that it is. And I think there needs to be heads that need to be a-rolling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not literally. For anybody triggered. This should be the only DEI program getting funding. Yes, I support DEI. Deport every illegal. I totally agree. This is the DEI we need to support in this country. Learning a lot on X. Well, Robert the Builder, I think we all are. That's for sure. Proven to be true, DEI ruins everything. Yes, it does. It surely does. Needs to be based on merit, not skin color. Come on, people. Yes, DEI needs to stop, of course. It was the #1 goal in 2024 and not even on the list of goals this year at my place of employment. Well, that is the most refreshing thing I've heard all day. That is awesome. That I hope we get a lot more text, not text, but comments, news like that sweeping across America. All right, I'm rambling. Let's go. Truth, Black History Month, fun facts. Jeez. Okay, so Clinton, record black imprisonment. Obama, record black welfare. And President Trump, record black employment. Well, geez Louise, hallelujah. I was so disappointed when Obama, when I first saw him, and this is no joke, like when I first saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's going to be president. And before I even knew what his politics were, my thoughts were, wow, as a black guy, to become president, the first black American president, he can do so much to heal all of the racial, wounds that are still around. Because some of them are there, but wow, what a disappointment. He did just the opposite. He just tore this country apart with identity politics, and what a waste of a chance to really rewrite history for the better. It's a shame. All right, my friends, that's all for the news and nuts, but don't worry, we still have more. So buckle up. You're about to enter the Lib Zone. What? What is going on? What am I looking at? Okay, what the freak did we just look at? Was that like the next iteration of the Westminster Dog Show? Is this going to be some new entries? What? Like people just standing around in GIMP masks and S&M leather outfits and like applauding some dude in a dog GIMP mask obeying a command to roll over and they clap? What is going on?
I live in California and I deregistered from the Democratic Party.
Okay.
And before y'all get crazy in my comments, no, I'm not a conservative. No, I'm not a Republican. I actually registered to be an independent. To be honest with you, I feel I'm nothing. Nothing represents me. I literally don't want anything to do with whatever is going on right now in politics. I'm tired of the performative politics. I'm tired of people talking the talk and not walking the walk. Don't send me your mailers. Don't ask me to come to your events. Don't ask me for any donations. I'm literally done. I've been a Democrat for as long as I can vote, and it's just so crazy that this is what my former party has done or isn't doing, if you know what I mean.
Well, I think a lot of Democrats are leaving the party, not necessarily becoming Republican, but I think a lot of independents are being created because of the absolute craziness that the Democratic Party is standing for these days. Yep.
By the way, just as a little brief aside, if you are okay with the federal government disappearing people for their political speech, I hope you don't expect anyone to care when they decide it's time to disappear you.
You dug your own grave.
Oh, no.
You told me that Kamala Harris was a terrible, underqualified DEI candidate. And the reason why I let you get that out with no interruption, with a smile on my face, is for this one small reason.
Okay.
Name one way that Donald Trump is more qualified than the terrible, underqualified DEI candidate Kamala Harris.
That's easy.
Because he has his own ideas.
I think you need to be much more specific. What is it? Is it housing policy? Is it economic policy? Is it immigration policy? Is it foreign affairs? Is it character? Is it experience in public offices? Just name one concrete way that Donald Trump is more qualified than the terrible, underqualified DEI candidate Kamala Harris.
I start with just the low-hanging fruit of common sense.
What an embarrassment for men. But I can give you one concrete thing one reason why President Trump is better than Kamala Harris, and that is simply, he's already been president. Like, duh, come on. What has Kamala done? Nothing. She's slept her way to the top. She's DEI'd her way to the top. And that's why she's not president right now. It's one of the reasons. There are many, but all right, let's move on.
I just came to Target to return some stuff I bought before the boycott.
Okay.
And I just walked around the store to wait for Dick's to open next door, and there is no one in there. The store is completely empty. They're offering drinks and snacks to customers as they walk in.
Really?
Trying to entice you to shop.
That's
it's crazy.
That
the boycott
crazy.
is working. Keep at it, people.
You know, Republicans have warned us for 10 years. What would happen if we hired people based on their skin color and their gender instead of their merit? And I am terrified to say that they were right. Because this right here is 4-star General Lloyd Austin. He was not hired due to his gender or skin color. He was hired on merit. And as the Secretary of Defense for Joe Biden's entire tenure as president, General Austin never once texted top secret military plans to a journalist 2 hours before an attack. And this is Admiral Lisa Franchetti. She served the United States Navy for 40 years. Just like General Austin, she never once in those 40 years accidentally texted top secret military plans to a journalist 2 hours before an attack. And this is General C.Q. Brown, also hired and promoted on merit. He served the United States Air Force for 41 years, including 3,000 flight hours and 130 hours in combat. And you'll never believe it, but in those 41 years of service, he never once accidentally texted top secret military plans to a journalist 2 hours before an attack. And this is Pete Hegseth, selected by Donald Trump to replace General Austin as Secretary of Defense for reasons we can both see and understand. And you wouldn't believe it, but within 8 weeks of his confirmation, he accidentally texted top secret military plans about an attack to a journalist 2 hours before the attack.
Look, first of all, I think it's been pretty well established that the top secret plans that you keep mentioning, that wasn't the case. Anything in top secret was at a higher tiered level compartment, and people were told, hey, if you want to go check out the real top secret stuff, you need to go over into this spot, and that area was not available to anybody that wasn't supposed to see it.
At my airline last year, I was asked in the DEI training to certify that Tom says, who is now Kathy, that he's a woman. Therefore, he's always been a woman. Now, wait a minute. I'm a faithful person. He's a dude in a dress.
Yes.
And I am not going to agree that I will believe that he's always been a woman. So I said no. Several people said no. We had to apply for religious accommodations. And then we were asked to do what we always do, which is just treat people with dignity and respect. I've done that forever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care who you love. I will always treat you with dignity and respect. Now, this
Sure.
year's training, they've dialed it back. But they're trying to creep things in that don't matter, Tucker.
I forget the name of the lady that we just saw, but she is a pilot. She's been a pilot for decades, a very successful pilot. And yeah, it's just, again, it's like this whole expectation that everybody, the 99.9% of humanity is supposed to bend the knee to the less than 1% of our population. And it's tiring. It's tiring. And I'm glad that she stood up. I'm glad she was respectful. That's the way we should be. We don't need to be mean to these people. I mean, we shouldn't be mean to anybody, right? But we shouldn't be required to bend the knee and buy into their delusion.
I'm going to say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
This attack on DEI is blatantly racist.
Okay.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion to its core is essential to the American way of life, especially in the year of 2025. I can't believe we've gotten to a place where DEI is a dirty word and diversity, equity, inclusion is being banned left and right.
Yeah.
And if you're silent about this, trust me when I say the silence is loud.
Oh boy. Really? That's what real men look like? Oh, jeez. Ay, ay, ay.
2 kids in my car.
Yeah.
We just drove from brunch to the Verizon store. How many times have we been flipped off? Twice. And screamed at because I'm driving in a Tesla. And it's a rainbow Tesla with a freaking bumper sticker that says I bought this before I knew Elon was crazy.
Mom,
I have
Mom,
children in the car.
let me
I
show you how much-
understand. Hold on.
let me
I
show you
understand.
How much times it flicked us off of our fingers.
You can't really do it. Don't you do it. This is getting crazy, y'all. I've got kids in my car. I understand where people are, but I am not Elon Musk. I'm actually on the same side. It's freaking rainbow car. Can everybody show some more love? Like, I am just, this is ridiculous. I have children in my car. Ridiculous, donkulous. Ridiculous, donkulous.
Yeah, it is amazing how these people on the left just are so easily programmed and throw down all this hatred towards whatever cause is popular at the moment. But then when they get treated with the same hatred and venom, then they're like, whoa, 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 what is going on here? We need to be more loving, right? The hypocrisy of the left holds no end, I think. They are truly a bunch of cannibalistic people. They are a cult, a tribe that have no problems eating their own. And it's, that's you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the protest, you die by the protest, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But in this next clip, I just want to say, oh, New York, welcome to Queens. What is going on? The Muslim culture at its core and the American culture at its core It's like water and oil. They do not mix. And we cannot let our American culture erode.
That's basically what's needed. We need to generate an anomaly in the matrix, and because I think there's currently the Dems are 100,000 votes ahead. But if the people that voted for President Trump simply vote on Tuesday, we will win. That's actually all it takes.
So simple.
Just vote. Boom. Done.
So simple.
Victory. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is scary.
We basically need to dragnet the state. It's like everybody's got to mobilize everywhere like crazy for the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
And I think this will be important for the future of civilization. It's that significant. So
yes,
you don't hear me saying that very often. It's a big deal. So
it's a huge deal.
Vote for Super Judge Schimmel. I call him Super Judge Schimmel.
Yeah, this is a huge deal because if Wisconsin F's this up and the voters just become complacent, the ones that voted for Trump in the first place during the election, if they're complacent on this and we lose the House because of Wisconsin, oh my gosh, I think the ire towards Wisconsin is going to be pretty loud. And the Democrats are already claiming victory, because they love to jump the gun. I hope they're voting on this right now as we speak or in the next couple hours. But we hopefully should know by the end of the day what's going on in Wisconsin and if President Trump can hold his own, keep his policies going. Because if Wisconsin blows this, then everything President Trump is trying to do is going to get infinitely more difficult, and the Democrats will have won a huge victory on this. So I am praying they are stopped, but here's a typical response from a liberal already about this. They love counting their chickens before they're hatched. So I hope this is again one of those cases, but I don't know. Apparently it's pretty close. All right.
Elon Muskie spent $12 million to win the race in Wisconsin and still lost? That's embarrassing. Oh, Elon.
Hi, I'm Rachel Crandall Crocker, and I'm Executive Director of Transgender Michigan, and I am founder and organizer of the International Transgender Day of Visibility. I created the day because I wanted a day that we could be proud of what we are. I wanted a day that we could celebrate. And I kept on waiting for someone else to create it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I waited.
Yeah.
And I waited.
Okay.
And I waited.
Did you wait?
And then finally I
sure
said
you
to
waited.
myself, if no
Yeah.
one else is going to start it, I will.
Well, all right. Well, good for you, I guess. Look, we already have a whole entire month dedicated to the gay pride movement. And we also have a day set aside for the Transgender Day of Remembrance, I think they call it, for those valid souls that gave their lives for the cause, or I don't know, however they want to spin it. Why do we need another day? We don't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think there's already enough. No more days set aside. Okay, the next clip is a celebration in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much. Anyways, it's pretty clear, I think, that they didn't want to have the American flag up at this, I guess it's a town hall or something. I'm not sure where this is. It looks like it's a government area. But anyways, the American flag's not supposed to go down. They clearly did not want the American flag up, and they put the trans flag up in its place. So to get around this, they publicly said, oh no, the weekend, like right before the celebration, someone stole the American flag off the flagpole. So I guess we have, since we have no other spare American flags, we'll just have to put up the transgender flag. Oops, wow, how did that happen? Come on, people. Anyways, take a look. This is... Hey.
You may have noticed that for some reason we didn't have the American flag up. Now the American flag does not come down from those flagpoles. So we had determined sometime this morning that it appears as somebody took the American flag over the weekend. Yeah.
You gotta vote in every stinking election. We have a primary coming up this May, and these are the people that are gonna stand between us and fascism. We're soldiers, and we're business owners, and we're teachers. Yeah. We're welders and doctors, and as taxpayers, we deserve a government that represents our interests because we pay for it.
Why is it you truly think of us so much? Why not work on policies that help the American people?
We need both strong city and county laws, just in case some level of government is someday infiltrated by anti-democracy bigots who don't believe in the American tradition of equal rights for all.
You talk about fighting against the government, yet you are totally fine with taking down the American flag and replacing it with the transgender flag. Because I will tell you right now, that does not represent me. And I know it doesn't represent the millions and tens of millions of Americans across this country. It doesn't represent them either. So take your petty, shallow words of patriotism and, you can put those where you know where they need to go. Okay.
Sit down. I want to tell you why I don't want to have kids.
Okay.
Men.
Yay, men! We're we're doing our jobs, making it so women like that don't want to have babies. So we all dodged a bullet on that one.
It's time to speak up. This message is for Customs and Border Patrol agents, ICE agents, some police officers. I want you guys to listen to me. Mm-hmm. I have been practicing criminal law for 28 years. I spent 14 years as a prosecutor, and I've spent the last 14 as a defense attorney. And some of the things you are being asked to do are illegal, full stop. I don't care if the president himself whispered the orders into your ear, they are illegal. And I think most of you know it. See, I've worked with law enforcement officers for 28 years, and I know there are some of you out there, there's some of your number that are enjoying it, right? We know that. But the vast majority of you, you know this is wrong. You know it is wrong. And let me remind you that I was following orders has been rejected as a defense for crimes. You know the law. You guys know it better probably than most anyone else. And you know these things are illegal. You need to do some soul searching and you need to think really hard about how badly you need that job. Or if there isn't something else you could do that didn't require you to exchange your soul. Go love your neighbor.
Wow, lady, where is this passion during COVID? When people were getting arrested for having a barbecue in their backyard and they had more than like 3 people. Where was this passion then? When all these businesses were being raided by police officers and people arrested just for being open. Where was this passion then? Give me a break.
I cannot be the only person that feels this way. But every time I see the American flag, whether it be on somebody's car, like a sticker, or like they're wearing it on a hat or their shirt, or it's like hanging up outside of their house,
you get triggered.
Like, I'm just going to assume you're racist.
Oh, okay.
Because
why not? And of course, the reason you assume those people are racist is because in reality, You, my dear, are the racist.
I got into grad school.
Cool.
I will not be attending starting this fall, though.
Why?
And I will no longer be attending the university that I originally applied for. I applied for one school. I kind of had my heart set on it. That's what I wanted to do.
Cool.
I'm not going to name the institution, but given recent events, I am not going to give my money, go into debt for support institutions that don't support their students and their right to protest and, you know, speak out for their communities. That's just not where I'm at. Students deserve to be protected. I'm not worried about if I were to be protected or not at said institution. I'm,
why is that?
You know, privileged white woman. But I'm not going to put myself in a position, you know, where I'm giving money or supporting institutions that don't support their students. I know that has nothing to do with the students that currently go there, a lot of the faculty. But, you know, the people at the top are making those decisions, and I decided that I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do a little bit more research going forward, making sure I'm applying to schools that align with my values, and then maybe start in a year, which is okay. I'm not really in a rush. So yeah, just figured I'd update you all on that.
Well, that was Tim Walz's daughter. And, you know, I think it's like, why didn't she name the school that she wanted to go to? It's because she's actually kind of a coward, right? Have the balls to at least say the school that you're disappointed in. Quite frankly, I think the reasons why she's not going to this one school that she's always wanted to go to, now she won't, because you can't protest in the way that you would like to protest. You know, maybe it's just me, but whenever I went to college, it wasn't to protest. It was, what was that thing we were supposed to do in college? Oh, yeah, learn. Jeez. Come on, lady. Just don't be stupid. Just go to the school you've always wanted to go to. If you want to try to make a difference and make it better for students to protest, then pick up that cause. And while you're doing your studies, try to get that going. I mean, I think that's pretty lame, but at least, you know, that would be something worthy. I don't know. I mean, it's just she's not going to the school she's always wanted to go to because they don't allow students to protest the way that she would like to protest. It's so stupid. What is happening? What is happening to our youth? I don't understand. Their priorities are so upside down right now.
It's time for Dave's Detox.
Oh! It was like a piñata of balls. Cool. Oh gosh, that is not where you want to be, my little friend.
Here, come here. Get out of here. Come on. Oh, you're a cutie. Come on.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh! Ah, cool. What? What's going on there? How are they gonna stop that? Oh, that is just a shaggy little cutie. Get that tail. Oh, cats. Oh no. I wonder if that's a neighbor's dog. That's funny. Oh no. Wow, they're just like pelting that sea turtle. Fun.
I'm pretty sure she just distracted her.
That's funny. this is funny on the surface, but that's kind of mean, I think. There's a cute little puffy tail. Oh, jeez. Just have some fries there, buddy.
Excuse me.
Gross. Give it to the dog. I think by that time it's over. Just give it to the dog. Gosh, that'd be kind of terrifying. Oh, nice. That's a big dog. Oh, that is cute. Well, I love me some good old detox. I think it's good for the soul. And listen, I hope you appreciated and liked or got something of value, some entertainment out of today's episode. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, slap that bell around, do all that jazz. And you can help us get to the 6,000 subscribers mark. It just takes a little click of the button and you're done. You gotta just push the button. Those of us old enough will probably recognize that shout out, that deep dive. All right. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love you all. And until the next episode, stay safe, be good to others, and have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.